Hello, 8 Green students. Today we are going to talk about citizenship. This is our last topic of our Constitution unit. We've talked all about the principles and foundation of the government, the preamble, the different branches of government, the different powers of both federal and state governments, the Bill of Rights, how a bill becomes a law, all kinds of stuff. And speaking of how a bill becomes a law, today I'm wearing my I'm Just a Bill t-shirt. Students who were here at school today got to see that. So those of you that were in hybrid group 1 or, maybe were not in school here today, you didn't get to see my cool t-shirt. I'm kind of a t-shirt freak, so I got all kinds of t-shirts, and I've been waiting to wear I'm Just a Bill until this Constitution unit. But I digress. Let's get back on topic. Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. It's a famous quote by President John F. Kennedy, and what JFK was saying was, what is it that you can do to make this a better country? How can you be a responsible citizen? Responsible citizenship starts, number 1, with obeying laws. Pretty basic. Number 2, receive an education. And that doesn't simply mean going through the motions of coming to school. Interact with a teacher, interact with your material, do the work to the best of your ability, do the work on time. Even in the middle of a global pandemic where we're virtual or hybrid or in person or online, do the best you can do with your education. Pay your taxes. You're not going to like it when you get older, but it's necessary. Serve on juries. Another thing that you may not like because of the time commitment to it, but it is really, really important. Imagine if you're the person who's on trial and you need a jury, a responsible jury to rule in your case. So it is something that is part of being a responsible citizen. Stay informed about current events, whether that's, newspapers, magazines, TV, internet. Try to get your information from multiple sources, not just one. Vote in elections. When you turn 18, you're given the awesome privilege and right to vote. I would strongly encourage you to use it, make your voice heard. Have good moral character, honesty, fairness, kindness. Okay, we do all these character traits for the monthly champs, and it's important that we model those as citizens. Volunteer your time and donate to help improve your community. And it doesn't have to be money. You can donate old shoes, old clothes, blankets, hats, gloves, food to the local social services, volunteer time at shelters. There's all kinds of things you can do that don't cost you anything other than time, and it makes your community better. Defend and support your nation and the soldiers during times of war. Even if you disagree with the war and why we're there, still defend and support your nation. Defend and support your troops that are over there fighting, even if you don't necessarily support the cause. And there are 2 important documents that I want you to leave my class with understanding, and we have covered both of those already. The first was the Declaration of Independence, which was a massive breakup letter to the King of England and the British Parliament. The second is the U.S. Constitution, and that is what we've been studying the last 2.5 weeks, the basic structure of our government that has been in place since 1788. 2 very different documents, but very important. Expressing your viewpoints. So you're not always going to agree with government policies or laws. Things you can do. You can sign petitions and try to force change that way. You can peacefully protest. You may not storm the Capitol building or destroy other people's property. You can write letters/email to your local, state, and federal politicians. And you can campaign and or vote for somebody else in the next election. You don't like how, in 4 years, if you're not happy with how the country is, vote for somebody different for president. Next time there's a governor's election, if you don't like the way things are going in Missouri, vote for a different, candidate for governor. So that's your right once you turn 18, which in 4 years, some of you will be. Becoming a U.S. citizen, anyone who is born in the United States or any of its territories, such as Puerto Rico or the Virgin Islands, if you're born there, you are automatically a citizen, regardless of your parents' citizenship. If you're born on American soil or American-controlled soil, you're a U.S. citizen. If you are born in a foreign country, but one of your parents is a U.S. citizen, then you are a U.S. citizen. So let's say mom's a U.S. citizen, meets dad on a business trip from, I don't know, Tokyo, Japan, and they get married and they move to Tokyo, and you're born in Tokyo. Your mom was an American citizen before she moved there. You are automatically an American citizen. In that case, you would actually have dual citizenship. You'd be a Japanese citizen and an American citizen. So as long as you have one parent that's a U.S. citizen, no matter where you were born in the world, you are a U.S. citizen. If you're a non-citizen and you marry a U.S. citizen, you can become a citizen through what's called the naturalization process. It's not automatic. There's a process you go through, but non-citizens can marry a U.S. citizen and then can eventually become a citizen. If you were born in a foreign country and neither of your parents are U.S. citizens and you decide to immigrate to the U.S. maybe for school or work or whatever, you can go through the process to become a citizen. Again, that's called naturalization. I've got a good friend. He was born in Wales, which is over in the United Kingdom. Came over here to play soccer or football and never left. Met his wife, fell in love, stayed here, and actually became a U.S. citizen. Gosh, he moved here when he was like 18 or 19, and I think he became a U.S. citizen when he was around 35. Took him a while to go through that process. Doesn't usually take that long, but I think he kind of waited. So anyways, there's a process. INS, the Immigration and Naturalization Service, is who oversees that process of wanting to become a U.S. citizen. And that's all I've got for you today. Have a great day.